They say giving is better than receiving. This is true for so many communities who have been left destitute this festive season without a home due to economic, social ills and natural disasters that occurred this year. To highlight this, Ayanda Msweli founded an organization that has assisted hundreds of communities in rural KwaZulu-Natal to regain their lives. Through the generosity of the public, Ayanda Msweli Foundation has also helped in rebuilding homes and provided much-needed necessities. To talk to us about the importance of giving back, especially on this Christmas Day, we're joined in studio by Ayanda Msweli, the founder of the Ayanda Msweli Foundation. Baba Msweli, very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
My greetings. I'll say Africa, my continent. Africa, my home. Sanbona, how are you? Good morning.
Merry Christmas to you.
Hey, before Merry Christmas, let me do a small disclaimer.
Yes.
2, 1, my English is broken. I only brought here the English to take my child to the school and to take my child to the doctor. So if my English cut, you'll pick up the pieces. Thank you.
English doesn't matter as long as you're here as well as khulume lenza let's stay ngayo lapha kuNkhismusi nje namhla.
Thank you.
Siyabonga kakhulu. So first of all, what does Christmas mean to you and your foundation?
Mina, Christmas to me, it doesn't mean a lot because I never have the privilege of Christmas while I was growing up. So for me, when I grew up, we never celebrated Christmas at home because I'm coming from the underprivileged family. Poverty was the thing of our growing up. So the only time I will say Christmas if my neighbor, Kwanjangas, they will call us for Christmas and give us those sweets. You know, the sweet that with a vest. Sweet and a vest.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's the only Christmas that we know at home. So for me, that's why I say to myself, before we come to Christmas, in South Africa, we are at war of violence, we are at war of poverty, we are at war of corruption. We are honestly to this poverty as well as this violence. So for me to see someone being happy if I've done something good for him or her, God is great. God is great because I never have this opportunity to have Christmas, to celebrate Christmas while I grew up. I grew up with a kwash, you know, a kwash, a can't.
Ikwashi.
Because of yes,
right.
That was my image when I grew up. So for me, I hate poverty in a sense that 365 days a year, I'm fighting to make the better life for the next person.
So having grown up in an underprivileged background, so why is it so important for you to give back and help others who can't help themselves?
I don't want anyone, if I have power, I wouldn't like anyone to grow up in that situation where I grew up. That's why I said every day, for me now, every day is Christmas because I need to change someone's life every day of my life.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're very popular on social media. People comment on your post and they start sharing your post and it has reached so many people as a result of such sharing. And I suppose people talk about your initiative called Ipagete. Let's talk about that initiative. What's that about?
Ipagete came when we visited Wanongoma, far north of KwaZulu-Natal. A 68-year-old woman was brutally raped. Brutal rape by a 28-year boy. So for us, it was the first time to have the victim narrating her story. Everything, what happened, piece by piece. If you have an opportunity to listen to this thing of a porn, it was a porn. Because the boy started her like 8 o'clock at the night until 5 o'clock in the morning. Right? That means that it wasn't like a rape. You know the rape a person would do and go away. That one is a rape with a sense of arrogancy because that woman is disabled. She's crawling. She can't walk.
That is brutal.
Right? I listened to those stories. I put it on my YouTube channel, Ayanda Msweli TV, and all the platforms. People that saw the story first, it was a chap by Zula Logistics. Yeah. That Mdluli guy, first time he said, Mr. Msweli, I'm in tears. He gave us 20,000 cash. Then he went on, same day, same night, he went on to the other sister that are doing business with. That sister donated another 10,000. He went on to KwaNongoma, one of the hardware, no, Ulundi. They donated a material at 20,000. Then the next day, we started our project with a 50,000 rand worth material thingy. Right, as we're proceeding with this...
That project being building a house?
Building a house,
okay.
This house. Right, what happened? Then at the last, now, we were running short of 58,000 rand for a roof, to buy the roof. Then we said, no, man, we can't go back to that man that gave us that 50,000 because it never gave us that 30,000 rand only. Even the bricks, blocks, the sand, everything he gave us, that gentleman is there at Mabeldan, Zula Logistics. Then we said, no. If a man gives you something, you can't go back to him and say, no, now we are running short. I said, no, stop right there. You have given me the basics. Then I said, because I'm working with the taxi industry, there's a baguette lapha with taxi industry. In my mind, I said, no, man, that baguette in the taxi industry, it's not that with a good intention at most. Then I took that concept. I said, okay, let me have the packet. My philosophy is Ubuntu. The methodology I'll use, it will be the packet to collect what? These 10 rand. People with Ubuntu, they'll show me Ubuntu through this packet. You know what I did? Because that woman belongs at KwaNongoma. I went straight to KwaNongoma taxi rank. I said, guys, irrespective that you are not involved in that thing there, that dirty stuff that happened there, but you need to donate. It's one of you. They donated, I think that day we made like 3,000 rand. Wow. And we're clapping our hands. Then there's a gentleman by Mr. Nchangazi. He's from Nongoma. He's at Alexandra Taxi Association. Through social media, he saw that thing there. He said, hey, Mr. Msweli, hey, I'm very ashamed to hear that KwaNongoma, my hometown, my neighbor, was brutally raped like that. Can you come up to Joburg? We will just donate in that bucket. We drove up with my daughter to Joburg. They donated like 38,000 because they took me rank. In that...
in hard cash, you're collecting it using this bucket?
This hard cash. You know, with this bucket, some people, they said, no, you might be banjwa inkunzi and stuff. I said, no. This thing there is something for God. It's not for me. If someone come and take this thing, I don't care. Take this thing and go. It's your skalegiso and stuff. But for me, even, you see, Ingabi, these are killers.
Yes.
I'm not afraid, I'm not apologetic to say, because I know them. They call me to donate. They call me. The robbers of this country, they call me to donate. So I walk free. You know why? Because our philosophy is Ubuntu. We activate Ubuntu. When we came back, we have made like 120,000. Then we were far ahead of a roof. Then we bought a roof, everything was sorted and stuff. Our aim was to buy a roof through this bucket. But through the demand of the public, they said, Mr. Msweli, no, don't stop with this. Because beyond putting 10 rand, it activates us, we share. As you see this house, no one can ever claim this house. No, I built this house. No one.
True.
10 rand of yours is there. Everybody 10 rand. Then it activates Ubuntu. With this bucket, we activate Ubuntu more than funds that we are getting to change people's life. That's how it goes with this bucket. And this bucket now, you see, if you have an NPO, the NPO, they are underprivileged because you can't get the funding.
Yep.
If you want to change someone's life, if the funder will say, change your objective, make them to be aligned to their objectives. It means that your objectives as the founder of the organization have totally changed. You need now to follow the founder's objectives, of which, Mr. Msweli, I don't do. I even go as far as saying, you see, this thing of proposal is a waste of time. Waste of time. Because now, you see violence. Every 3 seconds, we are told children, women are raped. Then the time of writing proposal, going there, people are raped. We don't have the preventative measures. Everyone reacting on the situation. But now we said, to prevent this violence, women being raped, children being raped, the boys, the men being murdered because some of the men are murdered by the women. That's why I said myself, if you talk gender-based violence, I don't want to listen to somebody who's saying, no, protect the women and children. There's no such. Protect the men. Protect the men, protect the women, protect the children
as well.
Because we have the women that are killing the men. It's there. If you want to fight this thing, we need to be realistic.
So gender-based violence is across the board. Not one particular gender is affected. All the genders are affected, you say?
Exactly. That's why if you go all over the show, you will have the men say, Mr. Msweli, we'll support you. And this packet is supported mostly, 99.9%, the men are supporting this packet. That shows you that, no, they do have Ubuntu. That 1%, that is doing wrong things, or 2%, now everybody is painted with a black brush saying, no, there's no such. Mina, I fight this violence every day of my life.
You know, Mr. Msweli, just listening to you, I get a sense that you are getting the much needed buy-in and support from different members of society. But of course, there are those pockets of communities who are quite skeptical about this as a result, of course, of social media and online scams, who are quite skeptical about giving to such an initiative with no accountability in place. So how do you deal with such skeptics? And is there some sort of accountability of how the money is spent?
You know, as I said to you, our philosophy is Ubuntu. That's one.
Yes.
Two, methodology is a bucket. M&E, monitoring and evaluation bucket. We do it through social media. You know what we do? We don't just collect. We will listen to the story first. We collect everything there. We put it in our YouTube channel. Because people, they just go to TikTok, Facebook. There you'll only find the snippets. The full story, we put it on our YouTube because it's a long story. Then we said, people of Africa, people of South Africa, people of KZN, this is a story. We can't wait now. People, they will donate. Every time we buy, everything is there on our social media. Now we are buying this. Now we are buying this. Now we have finished the house. If we have the surplus, now we are doing the house at Vryheid, Mondlo.
Okay.
We finished with that house. It's only to do the touch-up here and there. You know the surplus we have now?
Yes.
It's 100,000.
Really?
Everybody knows. 100,000 in our bank. 100,000. That 100,000, we still have to go Eastern Cape Bizana. There were two twins. They were born co-joint. I was shy.
Where Nana? Where Nana?
Co-joint. No. Co-joint. My. So these kids were born co-joint. So when I talked to one of the doctors, because some of the specialists, they do assist us here. They said, no, we had this operation. The operation went good, but we worried about the home. Then I drove down to Eastern Cape. We did a background check. Everything is on the YouTube channel. So as soon as we finish this house handing over at Mondlo, straight we are moving down to Eastern Cape Bizana to build a house for these kids, two twins that were born co-joint. So that now the job of Department of Health and Inkosi Albert Hospital, it can't go like disappeared like Amazole Bonilang, because they've done a lot of work.
Yes.
So for us is to assist them to build the house. I'll build the house. We do have, as I said, the other thing that I forgot to mention. Doing this house is not us alone. Tina, what we do, we collect the 10 rands, but Correctional Services National, they came voluntarily to say, Mr. Msweli, we don't have money. We only have the resources. We'll give you labor. So that thing on social media, give me a call, said, Mr. Msweli, I'll assist you with the inmates. So wherever we go, we tell them that, this is our site, we need to build there, but don't worry about e-cash because people, they donate. Correctional services, they help us a lot. This is a work of the social correctional services. It's not me having now the bricklayer and stuff. No. I don't do that. They help us a lot.
You know, for someone who's listening to this conversation right now, they are triggered by what you just said. And I suppose it'll trigger more people to start helping whosoever needs help. So how would you encourage South Africans to start giving back and helping those who can't help themselves?
I'll say everything start at your smallanyana corner. Be a leader in your smallanyana corner.
For sure.
There's one thing that I didn't mention. I work at SABC called the FM as a traffic anchor. Every time if I do traffic, that 2 minutes, I use that 2 minutes to influence for the underprivileged.
Okay.
Everything started there. I started the radio by 2004. Then I was like a volunteer up until 2014 where I did get that contract. See. But now I said, no, instead of behaving like this celebrity thing, hey, your earphone and stuff, I said, no. Let me go back. Because if you see at my social media.
What about earphones and celebrities?
No, you see the celebrity now, they can't talk. They walk away, I'm busy. No. But when it comes this award, they want us to vote for them. But if you walking at the mall, to greet them is a mountain to climb. It's like a president of the country. No. For me, you'll find me sitting flat down, listening to the story. As we are going out now, we are going to protect land. There's a story there, horrible story that I have to do it now. Yes. There. There's a child here at Tsakane, allegedly raped by his father. Now he's getting treatment at KZN in KwaZulu-Natal. They saw that story on my YouTube channel. But for this bucket is to fly him from here to our King Shaka Airport and accommodate him every morning. We'll take him to the hospital. That's how we do with this bucket. But everything is on our social media. We don't do things under carpet.
Okay.
Saying everyone must do his bit, his part. If you and I in your corner can do what I'm doing, we'll change South Africa. Because South Africa need not the police, need not everything. We need Ubuntu, revive the spirit of Ubuntu.
Yeah. And how do you identify those people who need help? Do they call you? Do they post on a social media?
They come on our social media, they call us, they email. Then my daughter, that's my daughter there. That's my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
Hello, daughter.
She manages her father. She's a manager. She's doing, even this English, I got it here, as you can see. This is
of course.
Yeah, it's a rural village and Motel C, because I put co-joint that came with her.
But, okay, so she was behind the term.
But what I'm saying, she every day she will look at their comments and listen to the stories. Then he said, Baba, let's go to this one and attend this one. We take one story at a time. We don't take the bulk. We take one story, we finish, so that we will have the follow-up of where your 10 rand is.
Right.
Yes.
So if those want to help, through the Ayanda Msweli Foundation, how do they get in touch with you? Just share more details about the handles.
Ayanda Msweli TV, that's my YouTube channel. You have a full story. Ayanda Msweli, my Facebook, my Instagram, my Twitter, everything. You said Ayanda Msweli, you see, there is no one that will scam you, because everything, most of my things I do videos.
Okay.
So I don't write only. If you see the writing only, no. Don't believe it until you see my voice. She makes sure that my voice is there.
Right.
And someone, they can donate, something else. People that are donating in this bucket are not from South Africa only. Africa, most of them are at UK.
Okay.
They call us. They deposit money to us. They said, Mr. Msweli, you are doing a great job. It's not that the 10 rand that matters, it's the heart that matters. To say, we can change this Africa of ours.
All right, Mr. Msweli, lovely chatting to you. I'm dumbstruck, and thank you so much for joining us. And it really is a beautiful initiative. I love the work that you're doing. Keep on keeping on. Hey, Merry Christmas to you. Plans for today?
Thank you so much. Siyabonga kakhulu. Africa, my continent. Africa, my home. From here straight to a protect land. I think kwazekala la siya khona. Siyolalela udaba la khona. Sithonga kwegrosana sibonga singashintsha kanjani. And when we attend a social ill, we do it holistically.
Okay.
We don't just do the breaking news. No, everything that is there, we make sure that we put the story, because we follow up till the end. I thank you.